Hi, boys and girls. We've been reading about Native Americans and Pilgrims over the last couple of weeks, but today I wanted to read something different. So we're going to take a little break, and next week we'll come back and talk more about Thanksgiving. I was going through my books, and there are just certain books that I love. I've been teaching for a really long time now, and in that time, I have collected a ton of really great children's books. And this book is one of my favorites. This book actually has a lesson in it. A lot of books do. Often an author will write a book to teach kids something. Sometimes it's how to do something, and sometimes it's how to be a good person. So I want you to listen to the story that I'm reading, and I want you to think about what lesson the author is trying to teach you as the listener, the one who's hearing the story. And this is a book called A Bike Like Sergio's. The book is written by the author, Maribeth Boltz. It's illustrated by Noah Z. Jones. They have another book that I really like, and I'm trying to think, I think it's called Them Shoes, that I also had by the same author, but I don't know where that book is anymore. So I may not have it anymore. But if you like this book, you might look for, I think it's called Those Shoes. But if you like this book, you might look for that one. If I can find it again, I will read it to you. But I got it a long time ago, and it seems to be gone. But this is A Bike Like Sergio's. When I read stories like this, it reminds me of a lot of when I was a little girl. Some of the things that happened in my life, but also some of the things that I know happened to kids who grew up with me. And I'll tell you about that a little bit as we go, because I make connections to this story. That means that this story reminds me of things that happened to me or to people I knew. Every kid has a bike but me. Sergio rides his new one while I run alongside, out of breath. Ask your parents again, Sergio says. Your birthday's coming. Sergio forgets there's a difference between his birthday and mine. I wish, I say, but I know that wishes won't make money appear. So why doesn't this little guy have a bike when everybody else does? He said wishes don't make money appear. Maybe his mom and dad don't have the money to buy the bike. Do you think that's possible? It's very possible. At Sonny's grocery, Sergio buys a pack of football cards. I stand in line, mad, with the bread my mom wants, waiting behind the lady in the blue coat who we see all the time. She steps up to pay and gathers her bags. In the shuffle, her purse tips. $1 floats to the floor. No one sees. I scoop up the money fast. She's out the door, but I don't chase her. It's just $1. At home, Mom's feeding the baby. The twins pull pans from the cupboard. My Reuben, she says. Was it a good day? I nod and act busy. That $1 in my pocket stays a secret. Why does Reuben keep that $1 a secret? Is it right to keep money that doesn't belong to you? No, it's like stealing, isn't it? Later, when I'm alone in my room, I fish out the crumpled bill and stare. It is not $1 or 5 or 10. It is $100. My hands are shaking. That money is enough for a bike like Sergio's. Then I won't have to run. I'll be riding. Dad gets home from work late and tucks in my little brothers. When he gets to me, I squeeze my eyes shut and stay still as a stone. In the morning, the $100 bill is safe in my backpack. When I get to school, Mr. Grady says we will be learning about money in math. He sets up a store with fake bills and coins and pictures of things we can buy. I joke around and blow all my play money on a camera right away. Me on my bike is all I can think about. So what's Reuben planning to do with $100? We stop at the bike shop after school. Inside, I walk the rows and find one like Sergio's, but silver. Man, you look good on it, Sergio says. And it's true. But I know if I ride home on a bike like that, I'll have to tell my parents where I got the money. I'll talk to them tonight, I say, and Sergio high-fives me. At home, Mom is making a grocery list for Saturday. She walks her fingers through the cash in her wallet. Then she crosses things off. Maybe next week, she says. She looks up at me and smiles. Me, with the 100 in my backpack. Her, crossing things off. So what's happening is Reuben's mom is making a list of the things that she needs to buy at the grocery. And then she looks to see how much money she has. And she doesn't have enough for everything she needs. So she crosses things off. How do you think Sergio feels right now? I'm guessing he feels guilty. Then she hands me a $5 bill. On your way home tomorrow, could you pick up orange juice at Sonny's? When she mentions Sonny's, I feel the sweat. What if the lady in the blue coat is there? I take my stuff to my room, dump my papers out of my backpack, and that's when I see it. The zipper that was closed is opened. Just enough. And the money that was there is gone. Heading out the door, I mumble to Mom, I'll be right back. Rain is falling as I retrace my steps from school to bike shop to home. Leaves and money look the same. Rain and tears feel the same. It's nowhere. Have you ever lost money? I have. And I never have had a lot of money. So there have been a few times I've lost money and it makes me feel horrible because I don't have enough to do what I need to do. And when I have lost money, I feel so angry at myself. How do you think Reuben is feeling about the money being gone? I walk hunched and draggy to school the next day, while Sergio rides circles. My brother built a ramp in the alley and I went airborne, he says. If you get that bike, you can use it. I don't tell Sergio that I won't be getting any bike at all. The day stretches out. How many nickels in a dollar? Mr. Grady asks. How many quarters in a $5 bill? When the bell rings, I pack my backpack with homework and notes and tell Sergio to ride home without me. With everyone crowding in a hurry, I spot something. The smallest zipper inside, still closed. This was the pocket, not the other. I slide it open and I am rich again. To get that bike, I have to tell. I race to Sonny's as fast as riding and rush to the back of the store for the juice. Someone bumps me, apologizes in a soft voice. I turn. My feet are frozen, watching as the lady in the blue coat makes her way to the counter with her eggs. She reaches into her purse, and like a hot blast, I remember how it was for me when that money that was hers, then mine, was gone. I leave the juice behind, and this time I follow her. She walks down one street, then another, and past the bike shop. My mouth is dry. Excuse me, I say. She turns and we are face to face. I breathe fast and the words bust loose like they've been waiting. The lady says yes, she lost $100 and has been looking ever since. She tips her head. Why? I uncurl my fist. I found it, I say, holding it out to her, still folded. Her face changes from surprised to joyful to soft. She takes my hand in both of hers like a sandwich and asks my name. Thank you, Reuben, she says. You have blessed me. I am happy and mixed up, full and empty, with what's right and what's gone. He did the right thing finally, right? So it feels good to do the right thing, but it feels sad to not have the good thing that you wanted. At home, everyone is waiting, and the lost and found story is mine to tell. What you did wasn't easy, my dad says, setting his hand on my shoulder. But it was right. My mom pulls me close. We're so proud, she says. And in that warm house with my family all around, and my birthday almost here, I am proud too. So, when I was a little girl, my mom and dad didn't buy me everything I wanted. Sometimes my friends had things that I didn't have. I still had plenty, and there were kids who had even less than me. I think in this story, the author is trying to tell us that having things is not what makes us a good person. It's doing the right thing that makes us a good person. As I listen to stories like this, I'm reminded that I am very fortunate and that I have very nice things. And there are people who are much less, let's see, how should I say it? There are people in this world who have a lot less than I do. So I need to be thankful for what I do have. And I hope you think about that, because next week we'll be talking more about Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving is not only a time to be thankful for what you have, but to maybe think about those who have less than us. I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.